Master your introduction, and the rest of the conversation becomes easy. In just 30 seconds, you can inspire confidence, set expectations, and win your clients' trust. And what I love is in this podcast episode, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the perfect introduction that wins clients every time, because here's what we have to understand. When someone is being referred to us, you've got a very, very short window for you to earn that client's trust, to win them over, and have them know or feel confident about taking a clear next step with you. And here's what we've come to find out is if we'll master the introduction, and it's not hard, it's just being intentional with what I call doing it the same way every time. And so as you're having clients reach out to you, say your realtor partner, a financial planner, CPA, past clients, somebody referred someone to you, and when you're answering the call or you're making a proactive outbound call to a new lead or potential lead, the thing is this, it's really simple to master a quick 3-minute call that instills trust and confidence. So I thought I'd do this. I'd just give you a couple of bullet points and then expound on them, a couple of things that we've got to understand, because if you're answering the phone or you have someone answering the phone, it can be done the right way or the same way every time. And you've only got about 3 minutes in order to capture that client's trust and confidence. So number one, I think you got to start with this. People want to be led well. They've called you, they've been referred to you, there's been a recommendation. So they're giving you their trust. And now it's our job as a professional to take that trust and help them walk through their clear next step. So I love the DISC assessment. It's a behavior style that really helps you understand why people have specific needs or what's going on. It's really their behavior style. And so there's an assessment called the DISC assessment. We use it all the time in the marketing animals when we're hiring people. When we're trying to better understand what our strengths and our gifts are. And here's what it says. In the entire population, the DISC stands for, it's an acronym. So DISC is going to be like your drivers, people that inherently, like if you're on a road trip, they won't stop. They just want to get there. It's the, hey, show me the baby. I don't care how the baby got here. But a D is a driver, very bullet point. An I is an influencer, somebody who is, very gregarious, big personality. The S is a steady Eddie, and most of the population, over 60% of the population, falls within a high S characteristic. They don't like a lot of change. They want to be led well. They want clarity. All they need to know is what's my next step. And then a C is somebody who's more compliant, more like we've all met them. It's an engineer, somebody who is just immersed in the details. The details matter. Oftentimes, these are your fact finders, the ones that they just have to know all the details for them to know that they're making a good decision. So whenever I better understand the DISC, and I understand here's the split of the population, it's about 10% of the population are a high D. And then you've got about 15% of the population where their dominant characteristic is relational. And here's the biggest number, that as many as 60, and I saw a recent report that it could be as high as 69% of the population's a high S. And that means they just want to be led well. And then about 15% or so are engineers. And so here's what I'm always thinking about. If I know that the majority of the population just wants to be led well, then I've got to have an impactful first conversation with a new lead. So here's what I do is I just build a real simple framework. And I'll just walk you through what's worked really, really well for us, because it's helped us gain trust quickly and to help clients walk through the next step so that we're not losing clients after the first conversation. So always start the conversation with something like, good morning, good afternoon. Hey, good morning. This is Steve. How may I help you? Or if you've got someone who's answering your phone, good morning. This is Steve with so-and-so's awesome mortgage company. How may I help you? Good morning, good afternoon. Perfect way to answer the phone. The second thing that I ask real quick is this. Hey, good morning, Steve. How can I help you this morning? Or how may I help you? And they're going to tell me, hey, so-and-so referred me to you, or I'm looking to get pre-approved. They'll either tell me out of the gate, who referred them to me, or they're saying, hey, I'm looking to buy a house and wanted to get started in the pre-approval process. So here's what we want to know first. Number one, who referred you to me? Why do I want to know? Hey, may I ask who referred you to me? Because we want to do a loyalty uplift. When we validate their decision to work with the referring partner that they're currently working with, it builds trust and confidence. So, hey, good morning, good afternoon. Always start with that. Second, hey, may I ask who referred you to me? Oh, fantastic. So I always validate who it is. And then I give them a loyalty uplift. And here's what I've been able to do. What I found is this: I don't want to lie and I don't want to make up things, but I want to be honest, sincere, and genuine. And so, regardless who refers them to me, here's how we do it is we just say, may I ask who referred you to me? Brandon Scott, fantastic. Brandon's one of the best agents in the marketplace. If I were buying a house in that area, that's absolutely who I would use. You've made a great choice to work with Brandon. So what we've got to do is we've got to find a way to do a loyalty uplift for the person that was referred that referred him to us, because when you do that, you're validating, hey, your decision, man, it was a great decision to work with Brandon. Now, here's what's interesting. Most people will validate it. Hey, you're working with a great realtor. They're going to take great care of you, and miss this next step. I would add this question. Hey, may I ask you real quick, how did you meet Brandon? And the reason I would ask, how did you meet Brandon, or how did you meet the agent, is because you'll find out, are they a relationship? Oh, yeah, Brandon's my cousin, or, oh, I've known him for years, or kids go to school together. Or you may hear something like this. Yeah, I was at an open house this weekend and we met Brandon and we just thought, wow, he's a great person. I think we're going to work with him. And what it does is it now lets me know the depth of the relationship from the referral partner. So whenever I say, hey, good morning, good afternoon, then I ask them, who referred you to me? I'm learning, and then I'm going to do a loyalty uplift. Number three, how did you meet Brandon? Tells me the depth of the relationship. And here's what's really good. Like if it's at an open house, when I get through with this call and I touch the lead, touch the partner, and I call Brandon with an update, I'm going to let him know that, hey, Mr. Smith called from the open house. So excited to be working with him. And I want you to know that I definitely validated his choice to work with you. So what you're doing is you're uncovering the opportunity to not only validate with the clients, but then when you do the touch the lead, touch the partner, and you call the agent and say, hey, they told me they met you at an open house this weekend. I want you to know we're in great shape. Or they said they're going to talk to other agents. You can always relay the intel. But if we forget the step of asking them, how did you meet so and so? Then we're missing an opportunity to better understand the depth of the relationship. So it's good morning, good afternoon. May I ask who referred you to me? Followed up with a loyalty uplift. And then how did you meet Brandon? Because this really, what you're doing is you're setting up the validation of this whole conversation. That happens in about 30 to 60 seconds. It's not long at all. And then here's the fourth question I love to ask. So 4 really good things. You open with good morning, good afternoon. Who referred you to me? Then followed up with a loyalty uplift. How did you meet them? Now I better understand the depth of the relationship. And here's the fourth question I think people forget to ask. Hey, may I ask, how fast are you looking to make a move? And this helps me with the urgency, or I understand the pacing or the timing of this client. Like you may hear somebody say, yeah, I'm actually making an offer this afternoon. We need to move quickly. I'm going to move them to the front of the line. Hey, I'm looking to move in the next 30 to 60 days. Or, hey, I'm just exploring the options and thinking about it over the next 6 months. When you ask, how fast are you looking to move? It really gives me the information I need to know on how to pace not only this conversation, but the pre-approval process to make sure we're making it the most effective for a client. So good morning, good afternoon. Who referred you to me? How did you meet so-and-so, the referral partner? And how fast are you looking to move? And if you'll build these into your first conversation, whether it's you or a pre-approval specialist or a front-end loan partner, then this is beginning to be a process to your 3-minute conversation that's really helping you win clients' hearts, because there's a process. You're saying it the same way. It's giving you the information you need to help pace them. Hey there, if you're loving the tips so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on more cool free tips coming your way. I'd also love to hear from you. Make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, or what it is you want to see next. And we'll see you on the inside. See you. Here's the next thing we want to do. We want to clearly outline the next steps. So the first thing is we want to ask strategic questions. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. Good morning, good afternoon. Who referred you to me? How did you meet them? How fast are you looking to make a move? Now, clearly outline the next steps. And here's what we want to do. We have a very simple process to help you create a clear mortgage plan. I love using words like a very simple process because remember, we talked about this. Over 60% of the population are high S's. And when I use words like simple, clear, your easy next step, the first step, the second step, here's what we're going to do next. What I'm doing is in the mind of that client, I'm removing the anxiety and the fears that they walked into this call with. You got to realize that when they called us, they don't want a mortgage, they want the house. But the mortgage is the obstacle to the house. And the challenge is most people don't really know what a next step is on a mortgage. They don't even really understand what mortgages are. And I know that's hard to believe because we're in it every single day. I was talking to a friend of mine just the other day. My daughter rides rodeo, and one of her rodeo classmates, I guess you could say, her mom and my wife, Steph, are really good friends. And she said, "Hey, I wanted to ask you some questions about, we're looking at maybe buying a house." And I was blown away with how little, because they've bought multiple houses, but her questions really helped me just remind me how little people know about mortgages, the understanding of what's the process, how hard is it, what does it take, the ins and the outs. And the more we can just clearly outline the next steps, the simpler it is. And it doesn't take a lot of time because you have to realize this. So we've said, good morning, good afternoon. So glad to help you this morning. May I ask who referred you to me? Oh, they're so fantastic. I got to tell you, working with Brandon's one of the best decisions you'll make. If I were buying a house in that area, that's absolutely who I would use. That's how simple the loyalty uplift is. May I ask you how you met Brandon? Like 35 seconds, I'm already into how did you meet Brandon? And then I'm going to ask them, how fast are you looking to move? Fantastic. Hey, well, listen, we have a really simple process that helps you create a clear mortgage plan. And in that, we're going to work through your sales price, monthly payment, cash to close. And I'm going to answer all your questions so that we're mortgage ready. And when you find the right house, you'll have everything you need to have the local competitive advantage in today's marketplace. So here's what we're going to do. The first step is, I love using that word. The first step is we're going to complete a thorough loan application. Now, here's the key. Whenever I'm walking somebody through their next step, to tell them the next step without saying what's in it for them, you may find resistance. They're like, whoa, 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 I'm not ready to complete an application. So let me just help you with one thing. When you're leading people, when you're leading clients, when you're leading agents, you want to articulate the next step. And because here's what happens is, what I'm doing in walking them through their first step and what's in it for them, here's what I've got to do is the first step is we're going to complete this loan application and what's in it for you. And I may not say that, but I got to understand, hey, I'm leading them. I got to help them understand what's in it for them. Because when they understand what's in it for them, they'll take a next step. So, hey, listen, we have a simple process, and I'm going to say few words behind that. The first step is to complete a thorough loan application. What that's going to do is give us all the information we need to help you build a clear mortgage plan and make sure there's no surprises or uh-ohs as we move through the process. And the second step is we're going to schedule your 30-minute loan consultation. And in that 30-minute loan consultation, Mr. Buyer, I'm going to help you build a clear mortgage plan. We're going to work through sales price, monthly payment, cash to close. And in that 30-minute loan consultation, I'm going to help answer any and all questions that you have. So let me ask you this. I've got a few minutes now. We can complete the application over the phone. And if there's resistance to that, then, hey, would you prefer a text or an email with a link to a very, very simple application, very intuitive, that you can take about 10 minutes to fill out this afternoon and then upload the documents? So what I'm going to do is ask their preference. If you've got a few minutes, the best thing is let's complete that loan application right now, or transfer them to someone on your team who can, or text them or email them. But you can build templates that have the loan application link that you can text or email. So the first step is we're going to complete the loan application. Now, what's in it for them? When we complete the application, it makes sure that we have all of the information to help you build a clear mortgage plan. Now, the second step is we're going to schedule your 30-minute loan consultation. So you said you're looking to move in about 30 days. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to text you over the link, and I'm texting it to you now. If you'll go ahead and just make sure you got it. Excellent. And what you'll do is click on the link, and it's very simple. You can do it from your phone, your computer, iPad. You can complete the application and then upload documents. Let me ask you this, and I love to ask this question. Is there anything that would prevent you from completing that application tonight by 10 p.m.? And they're going to say yes or no. And typically I say, oh, no problem. We'll get it done this afternoon. Upload documents. Excellent. Here's what I'm going to do. While you're completing the application this afternoon, I'm going to move some things around, and we're going to schedule your 30-minute loan consultation for tomorrow. Let me do this. I'm going to move some things around at 2 o'clock. Would 2 o'clock work for you? Awesome. So I like to group our loan consultations from 2 to 4. You can pick a 2-hour chunk of time every day. I like it from 2 to 4 because I find the least resistance. And so every 30 minutes, you can have one at 2, one at 2:30, one at 3, one at 3:30. That literally gives you the opportunity to have 20 loan consultations on a 5-day work week. So for us, 2 to 4 has always worked well. And the typical pace of a client is talk to them today. They complete their application this afternoon and this evening. In the morning, we'll see the documents come through. The team will set it up, and then we'll do a loan consultation tomorrow at 2. Now, if somebody said, hey, Steve, I got to run fast, I'm making an offer. Awesome. We're going to move you to the front of the line. Look, I'm going to complete the app over the phone right now, and I'm still going to schedule their 30-minute loan consultation for 2 today, because here's the thing. We need a little bit of time to go through the loan application and documents to make sure there's no challenges. So all we do is, instead of the natural flow of talk to them today, loan consultation tomorrow, I'm going to talk to them this morning, loan consultation this afternoon. So here's what we're doing is, in this it's 3 minutes, but it's so structured and so powerful that you don't need a 22-minute introduction call. Look, people are trying to move through the process. So here's what we've got: about 3 minutes to earn trust and confidence. We understand that people want to be led well. We want to have 4 great questions to ask in the beginning. Really 4 things to say: a nice good morning, good afternoon, who referred you to me, how did you meet them, how fast are we looking to move? And then we're going to just lead them well. We have a very simple process that helps you create a clear mortgage plan. We're going to walk you through sales price, monthly payment, cash to close, and I'm going to answer all your questions as we go through this process. The first step is complete the loan application. The second step is we're going to schedule your 30-minute loan consultation. And hey, I will caution everybody against this. I used to say, hey, let me know what time works for you. And I'd find people saying, hey, let's book it at 7 a.m. or 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. or, right in the middle of 9 a.m., my prospecting time. So I really found this. You'll get very, very little resistance if you block out the time that works for you and just book them. And here's what I found too. When I talk to somebody today, depending on the workload that you currently have, like if you've got a lot of leads coming in, it's really not practical to do a same-day loan consultation. And I found this, that if you make it very simple, you're leading them through a clear next step, and they're working on what their next step is, they stop shopping, they stop looking, they stop calling, because they're wanting somebody to lead them well. And what I'm doing is just showing them and walking them through a simple process. Complete the application, schedule the 30-minute loan consultation. And when you clearly communicate what happens next, you're calming their fears. And here's a bigger deal. You're showing them that I'm in control of the process. I'm a great leader. I'm going to lead you well. I've done this with hundreds and thousands of families before you, and we're going to ensure you have a smooth and flawless process. Now, here's what I would encourage. Don't put 10 different steps. It's too many. When you're walking them through a clear next step, have a max of 3. For us, it's number 1, complete your loan app. Number 2, schedule your 30-minute loan consultation. The reason why is I'm not trying to give them everything. That makes them feel overwhelmed. I'm trying to give them the next thing. And guess what? In the morning, my team's going to follow up. They're going to check to make sure we got documents and a thorough or complete loan application. If you don't have a team member in the morning, you could make those outbound calls, verify that everything's in there, and then let them know you look forward to talking with them at 2:00 at your scheduled loan consultation. And if it's not you, then a pre-approval specialist calls, thanks them for completing the app, verifies the information, verifies the documents, makes notes in the loan consultation calendar. And then when you get there at 2:00, you're just reading your notes, doing your 30-minute loan consultation. And from there, you'll walk them through their next step. And so don't give them everything. Give them 1, 2, or 3 things, and that's it. And so when you're doing this, this is the perfect introduction that wins clients every single time. Because here's what we got to remember. You only got about 2 or 3 minutes to earn their confidence. You got to understand people want to be led well. When we have 4 parts of the first conversation, which is a salutation, which is good morning, good afternoon, who referred you to me? How did you meet so-and-so? How fast are you looking to move? Fantastic. We have a simple process, and this is where you clearly outline the next steps. A simple process to help you build a clear mortgage plan. We're going to go through sales price, monthly payment, cash to close, answer all your questions. And the first step is, for us, it's the loan application. Second step is schedule your 30-minute loan consultation. And when you do this, you're going to simply convert more of what you've already got coming in. And we know this. It's how do we grow? We sell more and we convert more. And this is a conversion strategy and tactic to convert more of what you've already got coming in. Here's the final tip. Every time you talk to a client, I call it TTL, TTP. It's the thing for me that helped grow almost double and triple our volume, simply because every time you touch the lead, touch the partner. So right after we get off that 3-minute call, I'm going to call the agent. Let's say it's Brandon. Hey, Brandon, Steve Kyles, Mr. Smith called. Fantastic conversation. He said he met you at an open house. I got to tell you, I want you to know I validated the relationship and what a great decision he's making, working with you and taking the next steps. We've got him, the loan application. He's going to complete it tonight. We've got it scheduled, the 30-minute loan consultation tomorrow at 2. Once I get off the consultation tomorrow, I'll call you with a full update, let you know exactly where we're at in the process. And I first off want to say thank you. I appreciate our partnership. And hey, you got any questions for me? No. Hey, quick question for you. Who else do you have today that I could help you get pre-approved to make sure it's a good use of your time? So it's a very, very, very strategic call. It's not just blah, blah, blah. It's a quick update with an ask for another lead. And look, I'm showing him that I'm a professional. Somebody's like, you're asking too much. No, I'm teaching him that what we do is at every conversation, whether it's with him, whether it's with a client, whether it's with a title agent, whether it's with an insurance agent, it doesn't matter who we talk to. When I'm on, I'm asking for the business. And so one of the missing keys that most people miss is they don't touch the lead, touch the partner. Touch the lead, touch the partner. Even if you've got a pre-approval specialist or a loan partner, every time they touch the lead, have them touch the partner and ask for the business. Touch the lead, touch the partner, touch the lead, touch the partner. You do this and you're going to absolutely crush it. Hey, and look, as we end, this is just one of the many topics that we cover in the boot camp that Carl White and I are doing, the Alliance boot camp. And if you want to learn more about how to convert more of what you've already got, how to build a process that is repeatable, that gives you relational referrals, go to loanofficersuccess.com, loanofficersuccess.com. There's a couple of pieces of information, fill it out, and myself or somebody on the team will call you, talk to you more about what a success boot camp with me and Carl looks like. We'd love to help you convert more of the traffic you've already got coming in. So hope this helps and look forward to seeing you on the inside. See you.